Josh, the relatives of the fallen troops from the controversial Afghanistan withdrawal, the botched withdrawal, have faced members of Congress. They slammed the Biden administration for the deaths they say were preventable and said the calling the withdrawal a success is a ultimate sign of disrespect. There was a testimony that was just heartbreaking to watch, including this.
Our elected president entered the room. When he approached me, his words to me were, my wife Jill and I know how you feel. We lost our son as well and brought him home in a flag-draped coffin. My heart started beating faster, and I started shaking knowing that their son died from cancer and they were able to be by his side. Also wondering how someone could honestly, be so heartless to say he knew how I felt a little over 24 hours and learning of my son's death.
We all remember that footage of Biden looking at his watch as the dignified transfer ceremony. The families of the servicemen were rightly upset by that. And now we're getting an insight into just how disrespectful the president was to these grieving family members.
Well, Rita, first of all, my friends James Hassan and Jerry Dunleavy have a brand new book just out this month on the botched Afghanistan withdrawal. It's starting to get some publicity, so I would commend to your viewers who are interested in hearing more about this. James, who's a co-author there, actually served in Afghanistan in the military for about 4 years. So go ahead and check out that book. When it comes to this hearing here, look, the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan was one of the absolute naders, one of the absolute lowest of all low marks of the Biden presidency. And unfortunately, there was a very large sample size of data points to choose from for choosing that distinct dishonor. In fact, I thought that the withdrawal from Afghanistan was so bad that at the time I actually wrote a column saying that House Republicans should try to impeach Joe Biden, notwithstanding that the votes were not there. But I thought that the way that went down was beyond disgraceful. I mean, beyond really any kind of adjectives that can come to mind there. I mean, those images are really pretty seared in my head, frankly. I mean, the military convoy planes taking off from Kabul airport with people hanging on, falling off, the evacuation of the U.S. embassy, similar to Saigon towards the end of the Vietnam War, and of course the embassy turning over into Taliban hands just a matter of days later. I say all that, by the way, as someone who actually supported, as a public policy matter, the withdrawal from Afghanistan for years and years because the U.S. simply did not have a mission in that country anymore. But surely it could have been planned a heck of a lot better and executed a heck of a lot better than this. These stories are just gut-wrenching. I mean, I'm not really sure how else to say it. I mean, like, just watching that right now, I'm almost moved to tears here on camera with you. I mean, it's just horrible, horrible stuff. And Joe Biden has a very long and inglorious history of clumsily trying to empathize with people because of the various tragedies that he has been through. There was the infamous tragic car crash right around the time that he was first elected to the Senate and all of that. But man, I mean, clumsy is really just the way to say it. He thinks that he's better at doing this than he is, and ultimately just makes him that disconnected from reality.
But this lie that he keeps repeating about the manner in which his son died and where he died and what he died from, it's one thing to be lying about it at a campaign rally. I think that's bad enough. But when you're talking to a family member of a fallen soldier who's just found out hours earlier that they've lost their loved one, and you come out with that, I mean, it is just beyond belief.